Okay, why are vegan doctors so weak? All right, before I get into that, I just wanted to have an update here. So behind me is a New Mexico medical license. It was just issued to me as of June 3rd, 2019. This sort of ends a couple long year issue that I went through. Basically, just to recap, into October 2017, I surrendered my New Mexico medical license to avoid a prolonged, lengthy, expensive legal battle with a hospital which I had a disagreement with. The New Mexico Medical Board gave me an opportunity to be independently evaluated. That was carried out in December of 2017. The results of that independent evaluation were made available in April of 2018. In May of 2018, the New Mexico Medical Board processed those results and said, you may reapply for your license at this time. I reapplied at that time. It took them about 6-8 months to process that. Once the license application was completed, the New Mexico Medical Board voted in February of 2019 to restore my license. Now, that took another 4 months or so for that process to finally go through. And then in May, I was told that my license was going to be issued, but I had to wait till they told me I could wait till June. If I got it in May, then it would expire in July. So they said just wait till June and it'll be good for a year. So that's what I did. So it's available as of June 3rd this year. So I'm fully licensed to practice medicine in New Mexico. I used to have licenses in Texas and Arizona. Some people say, why don't you have a license in Texas and Arizona? I moved out of those states, and so I resigned those licenses years and years ago when I moved there. When I used to practice in Texas as a resident, that's where I did my training, and then when I lived in Arizona as a military guy, I had a license so I could moonlight in some of the surrounding hospitals. But since I moved out of those states, I no longer wanted to pay the fees to keep the licenses up. And so I have my New Mexico license. Probably at some point I'll pursue a California license down the road. But for now, I'm back relicensed in the state where I surrendered my license in. Okay, so back to the topic at hand. Why are vegan doctors so weak? And unfortunately, we've got the picture of poor Dr. Grieger here, and obviously. And I don't mean this in a way. The point of this lecture is not why they're weak physically. We can argue that maybe their nutrition is deficient, and perhaps a diet full of oxalate fiber and phytic acids and other things and polyphenols and other things which will block absorption of nutrients is causing overall nutrient deficiencies, despite a daily dozen of those things, and perhaps that is why that's going on. But I don't mean to talk about why they're so weak in regards to physicality. What I'm talking about is why aren't vegan doctors out there condemning the processed food burgers like the Beyond Meat burger, which has 20 some ingredients. It's filled with complete garbage. It's seed oils. It's pea protein. Fake isolate. It's got all kinds of cellulose and preservatives and chemicals and artificial flavors and artificial colorants and things like that. Why aren't they condemning that? We have doctors like Dr. Joel Kahn, who has it on his menu. This is his menu from the Green Space Cafe, and you can see his classic burger has the Beyond Meat burger, which is completely that's not a classic burger. Classic burger has actual meat in it. So why aren't these guys condemning that as processed food? Supposedly, they promote the message of whole food, plant-based diets. Well, tell me how the Beyond Meat burger or the Impossible burger is a whole food burger. It's clearly not. So why don't these guys get out there and condemn this? I don't understand why they're not doing that. Do they honestly believe, and I think some of them may, that meat is so bad that you'd rather eat processed slop instead of meat? I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't understand why Joel Kahn keeps the Beyond Meat burger on his menu if he's about whole food, plant-based diets, because it's absolute garbage. I would love to see a vegan doctor come out and condemn this stuff, because I think that would be the right thing to do. Will we see it? I don't know. So far, no one has stepped up, and we'll see what happens. I think this is one of the things we have to remember. The vegan movement is an artificial movement that is propped up. There's some vegan activists and people that feel passionate about animal rights and the Humane Society and PETA and stuff like that, where they put animal lives over human lives and human health. There are some environmental activists who are misguided, thinking that animal agriculture is the number one enemy for climate change and environmental issues in the world, which it clearly is not. But they truly believe that. But honestly, I mean, these processed food companies are standing to make billions of dollars off of the plant-based movement. And these vegan doctors, vegan activists, vegan proponents are merely useful idiots for this huge processed food push. The push away from real foods, the push away from sustainable agriculture. Seriously, we should be talking about regenerative agriculture. We should be talking about sustainable animal agriculture, not more factory-based food, not more processed food, not more monocropped, row cropping. That is a short-term solution for food crisis, but is a long-term issue for destruction of our soil and our environment and our biodiversity. And so we need well-managed animal agriculture in addition to plant agriculture to feed the world, going forward. Not this fake food. I mean, the lab-grown meat, it's a different topic, and I'll save that for another day. But the lab-grown meat's not going to be a solution either, guys. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I'll do a whole video on that down the road. Okay, guys. Anyway, I'm going to celebrate with some steaks today, as per usual. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. Let me know what you guys think. You guys can like. You guys can subscribe. I've included a Patreon link in there if you guys want to support the channel. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day, and hopefully some of these vegan doctors will step up and condemn these processed food burgers. All right, take care, guys.